Hey, and welcome back. Let me ask you, how do you shave your head? If you keep a bald head like me, I probably know the type of chores that you go through to keep a head fresh and shaved. I used to go to the barber probably like once in a while to get a nice clean close shave, and he would take the razor to my head and it felt really fresh on the scalp. But taking a razor blade to your own head, now that's a different story, right? Until I found OmniShaver. So I'm gonna go through the product, I'm gonna go through the package that I got from omnishaver.com and give you a sample of the product in action. And this was the first time I took a razor to my own head. OmniShaver made it really easy, like no cuts, no irritation. It worked really good. I was nervous at first because yeah, you're putting a blade to your head and there's all these instructions in the box on what the OmniShaver is not. So it's not just a regular razor, so there's a kind of a technique to use the OmniShaver, but let me go through what the instructions are, what's in the package, and I'll give you a sample of how you're supposed to shave your head with this device. If you want to skip to my final thoughts on what I really think about this product, there's a timestamp down below in the description, and you can also find the promo code that I have. If you want to try this out, get 10% off the product. But yeah, let's go take a look at what's inside the package and how I shave my head today. All right, so let's see what OmniShaver sent us. So in order to get a good shave with the razor, you need to run it through some hot water. And this is a nice touch. These are hot water tongs, so you can hold the blade under the hot water to heat them up. And lots of instructions on this box. This is the instruction for the touch-up blade, which is included in the box as well. But yeah, lots of instructions, and here's the touch-up blade that it was referring to. And looks like they threw in a docking station for the blade. Thank you. And here's the OmniShaver itself. Comes with 4 replacement cartridges. And they threw in some travel cases, I guess just to protect the blades so they're not exposed all the time. And this is a nice touch. Shaving cream with tea tree oil and shea butter to get that blade to slide smoothly. And more paperwork and warnings. I guess they really want you to know that it's not a regular blade. This is a little bit, this makes me a little bit nervous at first, but I'm sure it's fine. There's a lot of, I give you a lot of instructions, videos, links to videos, and a lot of paper instructions as you can see. But yeah, it's not a regular blade. There's a special technique that you gotta follow. And that is the package. So here's everything. I'm gonna unpackage the products now and go get a shave. Right, here we go. So hot water tongs, dip in the OmniShaver in some hot water just to activate the blades for a better shave according to the instructions. While that heats up, just gonna apply the lather, the shave cream that they sent, the tea tree oil and shea butter shaving cream for the head. So here we go, right out of the hot water and start shaving. I have to admit it was a little bit nervous at first because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get to the back of the head. I'll show you footage of that in a bit. But the front of the head, I mean, it went really smooth. I also don't have that much hair in the front, but regardless, this thing was sliding really well. So here's the back of the head. And as you can see, if you follow the stroke pattern that they recommend you use, it'll glide through all parts of your head really easy. Now, there is a little bit of a noise that it makes. It's pretty loud, and I was surprised when I first heard it using the blade, but here we go, have a listen. So if you heard the first couple strokes there, that's where I got to the side, and the skin wasn't really tight. So you gotta tighten up the skin And you can hear it was a little bit rougher, and then when it got to tighter skin it was a little bit smoother. So that's a little indication for you. When you're shaving, I'm using the touch-up blade now just behind the ears because it was getting a really hard back there. As you can see, I have to fold my ear, hit the spots that I can't see. And yeah, really thankful they gave a touch-up razor, getting all those little edges and stuff. And this whole process took about 8 minutes, I would say. I was doing a lot of cuts right here, so it looks a little bit faster, but the whole process from start to finish was about 8 minutes, so it does take a little while. But you are using a blade to your head, so you do need to be careful and take your time and enjoy the process. Alright, so final thoughts. And apologize for the echo. If you're following my vlogs, you know we're in the middle of a couple of moves. So yeah, empty house, lots of echoing. But yeah, final thoughts on the product. There's only a few things to take note of. So one, follow the instructions. When you get the OmniShaver, they give you a list of instructions. There's also videos, and they advertise this heavily on their website, in the package. As you saw, there was all this paperwork. Just follow the instructions. This is not your typical razor. You can't just wish over your head. There is a technique, so follow that. And the other thing about the OmniShaver is you need to take your time with it. It's not like an electric razor where you can just turn it on and then shave and then you're done. So there is a little bit of setup time. You got to run the blades through some hot water first for a couple of minutes. OmniShaver will tell you exactly why, the science behind that, but to summarize, a hot blade helps pull and cut the hair, or pulls it easier and separates it from the scalp easier for a much smoother shave. I hope I got that right, but yeah, that's about the gist of it. And the other thing too, there are loose parts of your skin. If you run through your scalp, it feels pretty tight, but there are areas here where it's not as tight. So when you're pulling with, or when you're dragging the razor blade across, it may not glide smoothly. So you want to know where those areas are in your head. Mine are over here on the side, as you saw in the video. You just got to pull the skin tight and just be mindful of that, and you'll be good. It'll run smooth over your skin. But other than those, I mean, all in all, I'm pretty happy with the product. I see myself using this a couple times a month. Again, I like to keep my head shaved all the time just because I'm balding and I just want to maintain that look. You probably know the feeling if you're watching this and considering a blade for shaving your head, so you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, for convenience factors, I mean, I won't get rid of my electric razor. I still love that. I shave my head quite often, so I'll use that in the mornings, especially when I'm rushed. But like, this blade is one of those things that I'll use probably like on a Sunday, or if I've got time in the morning, I wanna feel really good and clean. It's a nice ritual, and it really feels good afterwards. Like, I like running my head over it, and I especially love the feeling of the blades afterwards. Once it's all clean, you just get that, well, you know what I mean, when you go to the barber and you get a razor to your head, you just got to know the feeling, and it brings that back to your whole head, and you can do it yourself. So if you want one of these yourself, check out omnishaver.com, or there's a link down below in the description box, and put in the promo code Let's Rumble. You get 10% off your product when you purchase it. And if you have any questions, and if there's anything I can help you with regarding this, or with the techniques or anything about this product, let me know in the description, in the comment box down below. So that's all for now. Follow the vlogs, lots of stuff happening. You see a lot, new location, new stuff happening here. So stay tuned for more stuff, and as always, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.